Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, folks and fans. We're here live from the 5:30 slot here at Row Pond, home of DC Street Hockey and the Washington, D.C. area Tier 2 NBHL. We've got a good one tonight. In purple and white, we have Hayes, and in the mustard yellow green, we have the Plague.
Is there any chance you're going to pass out and fall off of that scaffold while holding the camera?
Plague, number 3 team in the country. Number 3 ranked team in the country.
So here we go. We're getting ready for the opening face-off. Our referees tonight are John Hines and Misha. John Hines getting ready to drop the face-off here. AJ gets to take the face-off against Will Clark in white. Face-off is won back by Gladiators. It's lofted into the zone and deep. Charging down the side is a mitt. Taken in by Will, played for a mitt. Back behind the net now for Sean Miller. Sean just led the draft league in goals on Wednesday nights in the local area. Played behind, played in front, and it's defended well by Tyler Midwinter. Tyler, of course, on the USA men's national team. This one is played up but not out, and it's kept in. Sean Miller takes a shot from a wide angle, and it hits the side of the net. This will be played by Sean Joyce, who was the MVP last season in the NBHL for Tier 2 in the Washington, D.C. area. Joyce plays it for Getz. Getz comes in, makes a move, and he scores! AJ Getz from Sean Joyce. And it's a nifty one to start it. Less than 1 minute in.
Any secondary?
We'll get the final call for you in just a second here.
14 from 20.
14 from 20, so that is AJ Getz from Sean Joyce, and they are quickly on the board. Face off at center now. The second line is out for both teams. Adam Shiring, number 56, against number 56, also Alex Ortiz. Not often you see this one. This one's played in the Plague's defensive zone. Alex Ortiz now, one hand on his stick, plays it behind the net. Played out by Sean Fassbinder.
Good.
Vasily keeps it in. Played up. Here's Vince Talbot. Talbot plays it behind his own net for Terry O'Neill. Terry now badgered by Forrest Penninger. She's played up, and a nice play by Forrest on the hard forecheck. This one's finally out, and it'll go D to D. Played for Scott. Scott plays it up the wing. This one's kept in by Plague. Scott will switch sides on defense here. This one's played up to Alex Ortiz. Alex Ortiz comes up the zone hard. Can't get it in, though. Here comes Chris Milan on the transition. Shot goes just wide of the net. Won't count as a shot on goal. This one's played in front. Now up the board. They finally get it out, but this one should not go for icing. It's on net. And Jordan Loftus will leave it for Tyler Midwinter. Midwinter now behind his own net. Dribbles up. Surveying. Tyler looking down the right. Pass it to his partner. Played up, but misplayed by Antonio. This one's played around his own boards here by John Bird. Kept in by Midwinter, and this one's off the dasher. Played out to center ice. Midwinter now takes a deep shot. That one hits the skirt of the net. Played around his own net. There's John Bird. JP Rulinger on the forecheck. Kept in now. Getz badgering. Really playing hard there. Getz comes away with it, but it's an odd man rush the opposite way. This one is just dumped in. No ice, though, as it was sent from the neutral zone. Bad change here by the Gladiators. And Zach Lampell's in all alone. Luckily, Plague was making a change as well there. So no damage done by the Gladiators. This one's played up. This should go for icing, and it will. And we'll come back to where Misha Freeman, referee, will drop the puck, the ball.
You might want to tell our audience that, you know, they're the number 3 team ranked in the country. Plague.
Face-off coming to John Strike's glove side. He wears the glove on the wrong side. This one's won back by the Gladiators. Played up, but not out. Again, that's John's choice there on the block. Sean Joyce. Played across. Will Clark looking for the shot. Can't find anything, and now it's a 2-on-2 the other way. Sean Joyce now passes across, finds Zach, and there's a big save with the blocker side from John Strike as Zach was just trying to place it there up top. Strike was able to get over and make the save. Comes out, big shot for Midwinter. That one goes well wide of the net. Penalty coming up here. And touched up by Amit on Gladiators. So we'll see what the call is here. And it's going to be a trip. So 2 minutes will start here on the drop. We play 2-minute periods. 2-minute penalties here in the Washington, D.C. Tier 2 League. And John Strike needs some adjustments there, net. Maybe just a shoe tie. Figures it out, gets the gloves back on, and here we go. Getz versus Ortiz on the face-off. And Getz will come away victorious there. Play back for Tyler Midwinter. Across to Lampel. Lampel back to Midwinter. Midwinter looking, plays it for Joyce to the wing. Joyce looking for an opening. Back to Midwinter. Midwinter takes a shot and just goes high and wide of the net. Kept in the zone. Gladiator can't get it out. Played across for Sean Joyce. That ball's loose in front. And back to center, where Getz will play the ball. Up to Midwinter. They're cycling now. This is a dangerous line here. That's a shot on goal. Big save by John Strike. His left pad played in front, and Masili will get it out. Played up the dasher and not touched, so that will be an icing. And fortunately for the Gladiators, who are shorthanded, they'll get a draw in their offensive zone, which should help them out. Flag trying to get away and change on the icing, which is not allowed. Got about a minute left here on the penalty. It'll be Thurheimer for Hayes against Getz again. Thurheimer is unsuccessful there. This is played out by Flag, but just dumped into the offensive zone by Hayes. I'm sorry, this is the Gladiators. They're wearing purple. I thought this was Hayes. Are they purple now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, correction, everybody. This is actually the Gladiators. They changed their color to purple in the offseason.
Third place penalty.
This one's played back and just sent out. See if Plague has time for one more rush here before the penalty expires. Fastbinder now. Looking, he's badgered by Sean Miller. Finally does get it up to Antonio. Antonio will just dump it in. And John Strike will play it behind his own net. Shiring now. Shiring looking up the middle. It's blocked in front, and it will be lobbed out. Craig Navano now. Back to Joyce. Joyce the Fastbinder. Winds up, takes the shot, and it goes wide of the net. Navano now keeps it in, plays it across for Vince. Vince now at the void. Finds Joyce. Joyce to Greg. Greg back to Joyce. Joyce takes a shot from far, and it goes wide of the net again. This shot goes well high. And for all the scoring opportunities that Plague gets, it doesn't seem to hit the net a lot, at least in this game. This shot's blocked in front by Shiring. Sean Miller with the shot. Some played up. Sean Miller, go to his backhand. Back to forehand. Up the left wing. Sends it across. Finds Will Clark, who will protect the ball nicely. Played on the backhand to John Bird, who will just dump it in deep for his own team. Amit now. Amit fans on it. And Plague finally gets it out. Played by Moore. Moore up the wing, making a change there. Played by Mel Clark. This one is not in yet. Played up by Amit. Amit will just shoot it on goal. It'll go wide of the net, though. Amit again, and that's blocked in front by Paul Steinitz. This one's out to neutral ice. John Bird now plays it up. Dumped into the zone, and he'll go and chase his own ball. Defended by Mel Clark again. This one should go for an icing, and it will. Still 1-0 is the score here. About halfway through the first period, a little bit over halfway. We play 3 here, 3 15-minute periods. And the face-off will come in the Gladiators' offensive zone. Alex Ortiz in white versus Chris Milan in mustard yellow. This one played by Penninger. Doesn't quite make it to the net, though. Penninger keeps it in. This one, it's a 2-on-1 here. Ortiz looking for Penninger. Nice play by Antonio Navano. Get up the center ice. The wing, they get the zone though. This one's not touched up, and it will be an icing. So it's played up the middle, soft touch on the ball, but just kept on rolling through, and Plague was unable to get a stick on it. 5:27 left in the first period here. Still 1-0 Plague. The face-off to come to Jordan Loftus's stick side. Played up and does get out. Scott Moore will chase. Moore up his own boards, finds Ortiz. Ortiz gets it into the zone, and that's about it. He's stifled by AJ Getz, who will go behind his own net by some space and time. Getz, the fast binder. Back to Getz. Back to fast binder. Up the boards, kicked out by Sean Joyce. John Gramlich will just play it up for Todd Thurheimer. Over to Scott Moore. This one does get the zone. Moore will take a long shot, and that one goes well wide. Played in front, defended by Fastbinder. Midwinter now behind the net. Looking for someone to pass to. Finds Getz. Getz on the left side, back to Midwinter. Over to Fastbinder. Fastbinder now with some space. Comes up, it's a lobbed in. On sides, they stay. Hits the backboards. Sun played up. In the zone, here's Getz. Almost a high stick there, was able to keep it below his shoulder blades. Joyce in front. Here's the transition now. This is what the Gladiators need. The Gladiators are struggling to get shots on goal. Let's see if they can get something on net here. Plague is very good. They have to have the fewest shots against this league, in this division. And probably the most shots for. Here's Navano. Greg Navano displays it, and that's taken over by Sean Miller. Paul Steinitz tries to get it out. He's defended by Will Clark, but does get it in. Succeeds in front. Nice play by John Strike to get the stick out there and break things up in front of his own net. Helping himself out there. Here comes Miller. Miller, power move down the side. Miller takes a shot. It's blocked. And that will stay low off yellow.
Whoa! Would have been entertaining.
Face off to the Loftus' glove side. Shot, and they score on only their second shot of the game. That's a big slap shot from John Gramlich. And we are tied here 1-1 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the opening period. We'll get the call for you. It is John Gramlich with a goal from Will Clark. That was one off the face-off and just clapped right in past Jordan Loftus' blocker side. In the zone now. Clark again looking to see if they can make it 2, and he gets in front of the net. A nice play there. Miller unable to come up with it though. We've seen so many times Miller is able to bat that out of the air. He's a natural goal scorer. That one's played in front. There was a little bit of room there on that short side. Straight up in the air. Played down. O'Neal to Clark. Clark plays it up the boards. Finds Vince. Vince now gets the zone and defended well by John Bird. Bad change by Yellow, but they do get back. Big shot, and that one will go up and out. So we'll get the face off to the stick side. John Hines will drop the ball here. So we'll have Milan in yellow go against Ortiz once again in white for the Gladiators. Won by Plague. Tony Dabano now gets his zone. Played well by Steve Masilli. Played up for Moore. Moore up the side. McNugget minute here in the first period. Played up softly, but not out. Fastbinder gets in the way there on the boards. Fastbinder keeps it in the zone. Played across for Midwinter. Midwinter takes a shot through traffic. Here's Navano. Navano behind his own net. And that one goes in. Finds a little gap. Strike was deep in his net, and that one just rolls in. A seemingly harmless shot, and it just kept, just found a hole.
All right, 8 from 10.
So this one will come
they're saying 44.
Center ice.
44 in the secondary. 44. All right.
So it's a defensive goal here for the Plague as Fastbinder assists Tyler Midwinter on the shot. This one played back from Lampel to Midwinter. He'll just throw it on net. And after that last one, why wouldn't you? Played across now, kicked in front. Behind the net. Plays it out, see if they can get one more shot on goal, and they can't. So at the end of one, if you're just joining us, Plague and Yellow are winning 2-1 over the Gladiators in purple and white. This one played up the side, and we're underway. The shot on net saved by John Strike. It was Getz and Midwinter with the goals for Plague in the first period. John Gramlich with the lone goal for Gladiators, and they're lucky to be on the board there. Tight game despite being outshot. 8-3 in the first period. This one played up by Joyce, defended by Gramlich. Gramlich with a very grunt style of play. This one played up by Zach, who plays a similar game. Zach, I should mention, is a member of the U.S. men's nationals team, or as we know, wow, great deflection there in front of the net. Would have to stop myself there. That one was thrown on goal by A.J. Getz, and Lampel, the man of the hour, deflected it into the goal.
Give that to me again, Hines. What's that? Give me the goal, the scores.
81, 20, and 22.
So Lampel is a member of the men's masters team, also known as the old man's team, for the USA, and he is also the third marker of the game here. for Plague. This one's played up the side here. In the zone. This one's out. Played defense by Gladiators. This one finds its way out of the zone. O'Neal back to his partner Navano there. Over to O'Neal, up for Shiring. Shiring now for Steinitz. Steinitz finds Talbot. Talbot is double teamed there by two very tall men. Well, tall compared to me. I'm not very tall myself. Ooh, incidental contact there. That takes out a few players. Laid up, not kept in, but they are on sides. Laid across for Tony. Over to Milan. Milan will just dump it in, and it's played, but fanned on by Moore, who will battle with Tony. They have similar builds. One's just about 2 feet taller than the other.
White's good, White's good. Point.
Midwinter will settle behind his own net in his defensive zone. No pressure here by White, and Midwinter will leave it for Tony Navano. Plays it back for Midwinter, but it takes a funny bounce there. Physics was not his strong subject in school, clearly. This one is blocked in front. Luckily, gets through. Had enough mustard on it. No pun intended, as we do know that Plague sports a nice Dijon yellow mustard color. This one played back for O'Neal. O'Neal will just fire a wrister on net. That's blocked in front. Played back for John Bird. Kicked out to the center. Ball bouncing everywhere. And that's what kind of happens when you play outdoors. The sunlight will kind of heat up different parts of the ball. You get different densities on one side, and that creates the bounces here. So we often find ourselves having to change out the balls. This one in the zone by Penninger. Penninger battling hard. Ooh, played in front by Milan. Played across from Masili. That's a shot on goal. And a save by Jordan Loftus, and another one there.
Two saves.
This one kept in, and Plague for the first time today is looking a little bit sloppy in their own zone. Fastbinder now to Midwinter. Tries to settle things down again. It's turned over to Masili. Masili looking for numbers, just shoots it, and it'll go wide of the net. Now for Getz. Getz now. Tries to take a shot, and it's blocked in front by Gramlich. Ortiz now. Plays it across, but Zach Lampel was coming back on the back check. Was able to intercept that. That one is out. On sides. And Plague will finally get a little bit of a breather here as they try to settle the ball down. Midwinter back to Navano. This one played up. Of course, Greg Navano is part of the only father-son duo in the D1 division. Shouldn't say D1 as we are Tier 2. However, if we were here 2 years ago, before the introduction of the NBHL, we would be Division 1. This one played across, defended well by Mel Clark. Played out for Talbot. So Steinitz takes a shot, and they are offsides. Shot would have been blocked in front again. I think that was Gramlich once more, sacrificing the body. And the face-off will come out to neutral zone, Plague side of their offensive zone. One back by Gladiators to Bird. Bird plays it for Moore. More up the boards to Miller. Not in yet. Finally gets it in. They are on sides, but immediately it gets back out. Devano now plays it in front, but Talbot wasn't there. Up for Bird. Bird back to the center, over to Miller. Miller will chip it past Clark. Miller now to the backhand. Feeds it in front of the net. Nobody's there with him. Played in. Here's Talbot. Behind his net. Fakes the forehand, goes to his backhand. And Will Clark comes away victorious from that one. Clark now to Miller. It's an odd man rush. 3-on-2 forming and defended well by Terry O'Neill to keep that 3-on-2 from becoming a thing. Forward battle here. Ball stays loose. Miller looking at his backhand. Looks up, surveys. All the way back to the point. Lines, fires. That one hits the post. Another shot, and that one's in. That's Gramlich again. So Gramlich is just having a field day here on Loftus from afar.
Number 9, unassisted.
9 unassisted.
No tip in front. Good number 9.
And because that was off of a turnover from Plague, it'll just be Gramlich unassisted.
It's off of Sean's leg, so it's 39 from 9. Gramlich.
And we're just been told that Gramlich doesn't get credit for that goal. That one hit Sean Miller's legs. So Sean Miller finding another way to score. Very creative. Penninger gets the zone.
White is good.
And it's 3-2. About halfway through the second period here, and therefore the game. We'll see if we have overtime. Played in front. This one just Pauly floats on net to strike. Right in his breadbasket. Six-side face-off. One back to Novano. Novano plays it across for Sean Joyce. Sean Joyce across to Zach Lampel. Shoots it. Doesn't find a way through. It hits traffic in front, but Plague keeps possession of the ball. A shot again here. Tyler Midwinter. His stick was defended there in front. Out in the slot. Penninger has it. Can he get it out? Finally does on the backhand. Savannah will take over. Shoots from afar. Over to Masilli. Masilli now taking his time. You know, that second goal just seemed like a matter of time as Plague is really reeling here in the second period. They look like a much different team than they did in the first period, and we wonder if that's the heat starting to get to them. Get about 86 degrees or so here. However, when it's been cool for so long, you know how hard that adjustment could be. Especially in the asphalt jungle here that is the Seminary Road rink. This is deflected, played on goal, and Loftus will just elect to cover that one up.
Oh boy, look at those clouds coming in.
Ooh.
Yeah, light.
Storm clouds are coming in. Let's see if we can get this game finished. This is an immediate shot on goal. Saved by Jordan Loftus.
I hope not.
I still got to pack up my goalie gear. It's pretty wet anyway. And it's possible we might have to close up the equipment here pretty soon, as I don't know if these tablets are able to get wet. As this one goes on goal, it's just an easy save for John Strike. Count it. We'll get that, I think. Not looking good.
No, they said it was coming, but I thought we just...
And you just never know here in Washington, D.C. when the clouds will open up, especially when it gets hot. It usually rains every day here for about 15 minutes at least, but that's enough to cancel a slate of games here in the NBHL. Played over for Thurheimer. We'll see if we can get the complete game in and see if we have a winner as well, as 2 periods does constitute a complete game. Here's Talbot again. There's fires on net, saved by Strike. Played out. Here's Midwinter. And that's kept in. However, he takes it back out with his momentum.
Good.
Misha Freeman on the call. Thurheimer plays it behind his own net. John Bird. And you can feel it getting cooler here in Washington, D.C. Alexandria, Virginia to be exact. But we'll count it as D.C. We are in the metro area. And while we may get this one in, I'm not sure the next game is looking good. As that's Getz who takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Didn't miss by much. This one's in front. Finally played out by the Gladiators. Here's Midwinter. Plays it across for Joyce. Didn't like it, but it still got through. That one hits a body in front. That's Gramlich again. Strike didn't see it. Joyce will fire it on net. Had some room there as Strike was down, but it just goes high of the net again. This one played out by Gramlich on Gladiators. No, it went high. You were talking about Joyce's shot?
Yeah, last one.
Yeah, it went high. Getz with a nice clean face-off win there against Clark. This one's kept in by Midwinter. Eerie looking skies here in Alexandria, Virginia. Midwinter will shoot it, knocked down by Joyce in front. I think that one was going wide if it was on net, so Joyce trying to redirect that in front. Instead, just knocks it straight down, and it's defended out by the Gladiators. Here comes Miller, gets the zone, nice move, plays it across, and misses what would be possibly the goal of the week. Miller falls down as he's trying to get it through. Trying to navigate over the goalie. That one hits Strike, and that's in. That's an impel again from Sean Joyce.
Wasn't a penalty.
81, 20, and 14. 81, 20, 14. That's Lampel, Joyce, and AJ.
Got it.
So we'll throw AJ Getz onto the scoreboard there as the secondary assist. Ominous skies here. Let's just hope they don't open up and turn into precipitation. Play across. White has his own. Penninger falls down trying to stop on a dime. JP plays it across and it works as it takes a bounce. Scott Moore's there. This one played across. That one finds a hole through, but nobody can find it. Does it? No, I don't think so. It looked like it went straight through, like it hit a body in front. Played out. Here's Penninger. 3-on-2 here. Penninger to his backhand. Throws it in front. Finds Vasily. Saved there by Jordan Loftus. Penninger just throws it on net. That one almost goes in. Hits the toe.
Great save. What happened? What happened to Jordan? What happened to Jordan?
Just they just ran into the net, just some collision. And we'll give Jordan Loftus a second there to gather himself. Let's hope he's okay. There was a collision in front. It looked like Ortiz was on hard and was being defended. It might have been pushed in to that left leg of Loftus. And it looks like it wasn't quite as bad as it looked. Sometimes with those pads, how they rotate, it really looked like something hyperextends, but doesn't appear to be the case. Let's hope he didn't hear a pop or something. So we are just 20 seconds away from a complete game if the skies do open up. So it'll be unfortunate for the Gladiators. Appears Loftus will be okay to finish the game here. It's taking some time. Temperature here has dropped about 10 degrees, as is indicative of a storm usually. Let's hope that these clouds have other plans in mind and they're just dark. This one played in. Final 10 seconds in the period. Played out. 3-on-2 again for the Gladiators. Penninger takes a shot. It's blocked by Clark in front. And that will expire the period. Yes, Midwinter will just... We are back from our delay here. Clouds didn't really open up, although they are right over us. Had to make sure we had all our stuff away.
That's fucking bullshit.
And play will be shorthanded here as we resume. It's 5-3 now. You're just catching up. There you go. It's a shorthanded win by Plague. This one gets past Miller. Played up by Thurheimer. Thurheimer finds Miller. Into his zone. Miller takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Over to Thurheimer. Thurheimer now plays it up for Forrest Penninger. Penninger gets some space, plays it across for Miller. Miller now to Masili. Masili across to Penninger, takes a shot, and it's a great save by Jordan.
Let's go, Jordy. Timeout, Lloyd.
And timeout is called here by Gladiators at 3:48 left to go in the game.
You know?
What's up?
Last one get marked down or not?
No,
Hines didn't mark it down.
well, for the Gladiators,
It's down. Somebody else must have put it down now.
And
Forrest.
timeout is over now.
Yeah.
Face-off will come to Loftus' glove side.
2:27 is the penalty.
Nice save there, so he was able to come across and square up the body. Makes the big shoulder save. Face-off here is won back by Gladiators. Over to Thurheimer, misplays it, and Zach tries to dump it out, finally gets it out. Miller plays it across to Thurheimer.
1 minute in the penalty, 1 minute.
Thurheimer up to Masili. Masili back to Miller. Miller fakes the shot, goes back to Masili. Masili Bull taking himself. That shot comes across and goes wide of the net. Penninger now. Over to Miller. Miller winds, fires, goes wide of the net. And this one's played out by A.J. Getz. As the raindrops are starting to fall here.
Oh, please don't.
This one played almost up and out, but doesn't quite get there. Thurheimer comes up and nabs that one down. Over to Miller.
Good. Kill it.
One played out.
3, 5, touch. 2, 1. Green is full.
Played in, takes a shot, fans on it. Taken up by Gladiators. Up to Will Clark. Will Clark now. Played up now, up the wing, into the zone, and wide of the net. Behind the net. Can't get it out. There's a battle behind now. And Joyce will just poke it through with the net evacuated. Plays it in front, and there's the dagger. Sprague puts in
27 from 20.
yet another one. Credit Vince Talbot with a goal from John Joyce.
I don't know if anybody kicked that up to him or not.
It's a minute and a half here. 6-3 in favor of Flag in the Crab Tomalay yellow. And to our surprise, it looks like we will get very close to a full game in here. Not looking too good for the rest of the games tonight.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Played cross. This one shot on goal. Sticks aside. Got Clark now. Taking up time here. Shot doesn't get on net. And Amit had a good opportunity at it, but just completely misses the net. There's should be a hook there, but no call. And it looks like John Hines did get the call. Final minute here. John Strike will come back in net.
You good, Garrett?
Yeah, 75 of us.
Speed up our warm-up. Let's get it moving.
All right.
Just saying. It's only so fast I can go, Altman.
Played up by Masili. Up the middle, into the zone. And Loftus will hold on to that one. 47 seconds left to go in the game. And Plague will remain undefeated, barring some miracle by the Gladiators.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Mylan plays it back for Clark. Just eating some time here. Played up to Eulinger. Comes out wide, looks to the center, and it's defended. Played up to Ortiz. Ortiz now to Miller. As the rain picks up. Just as the clock runs out. That shot gets through, but it's well wide of the net.
5, 4, 3, 2,
And that'll do it here.
1.
So Plague